Hey everyone, Jexie here. Welcome back to another video. Today I thought I'd talk a little bit about our need to feel like that people love us and that people like us, and how we can get like all up in our heads when we think that we're kind of on the outside and people are looking at us in a way that is less than positive. So I obviously can't speak for anybody else, as this channel is all about my own experience with addiction and recovery. So sometimes I make generalizations that maybe just apply to me, but I feel like this one's something a lot of us can relate to, even those of us who may not be in recovery. So I know a lot of times, especially on YouTube, I've been seeing like a lot of drama, and we've talked about these different drama things, and I stay very much out of the specifics. But it got me to thinking about the feelings that I would have if I were involved in any of these types of drama situations. And it got me to thinking about how I feel about things in real life too, especially when it comes to feeling like attacked or being on the outside of an issue or not feeling loved from your partner or any of these circumstances, and how that could really, really negatively affect my recovery. I generally am not usually one to have conflict with people, both online or in real life. I don't really like conflict. I generally like people, and I'm always looking for resolutions. I accept other people's opinions on things. I'm okay with people who don't agree with me. I'm even okay if someone tells me they don't like me. It doesn't feel good, but I don't go to lashing out, right? But just because I don't lash out or I don't talk back to somebody negatively doesn't mean that the feelings aren't there. Even something as a negative comment on one of my videos can kind of make me feel some sort of way, right? Now, it doesn't mean like, look, some things affect me more than others. So a negative comment from some stranger I don't know on the internet, that may hurt, but it's not going to hurt as much as something that like a good friend says to me. I've shared about it in another video, but I had a very, very close friend of mine who I've known for a very long time one time say to me, when we were talking about mistakes that those in active addiction sometimes make, and she said to me, well, I don't believe addiction is a disease, and there's nothing you can tell me that'll change my mind. And she was saying it in a way to be hurtful. She was saying it in a way to say, to use addiction as an excuse or as for anything, or to say you're struggling because you're an addict, is she doesn't buy it. And that hurt me. Meanwhile, she knows I'm in recovery, right? So that hurt me for a while. It cut me deep. And I never said anything to her about it. One, because I didn't know how. I didn't know how to share my feelings about that in a way that didn't ruin a friendship, right? That let us move forward. I was afraid that by saying anything, she would say something more negative to me, and maybe we wouldn't be able to come back from that level of hurt. Now, I'm sure she didn't realize how really deeply hurt that made me, because she's not the kind of person to like go set forth to hurt somebody, but it like cut me deep. And when I watch some of the drama, some especially like not so much like the smaller drama, but like some of the bigger stuff that's been going on, I think about how I would feel if I had somebody being negative towards me on a regular basis, and how hurtful that would be, and, especially with like cancel culture and stuff now, where like it's so easy for somebody to like attack. And it got me to thinking that maybe that's why there's not as many big channels that talk about recovery on YouTube. It's a scary thing. It's a scary thing to like put yourself out there, share what you're going through, share your feelings, and worry that something you say may trigger someone to come at you and may rally other people to come at you. That's a fearful thing, because I know for myself, especially as an addict, I'm already a bit insecure, right? I'm already like, I want to lose weight. I feel like I'm looking older than I used to, like there's all these things that I'm already kind of insecure about. I don't know how I would handle if a lot of people came after me. I mean, I don't know how I'd handle if one person really came at me. Now, I understand that in recovery, some are sicker than others, they say, right? So, like, sometimes we have interactions with people who are very new in recovery and they're sick. And they may say things to you that are mean or hurtful, but, like, that doesn't bother me as much because, you know what? If you lashing out at me because you're new in recovery is going to make you feel better and keep you working a program, then, like, that's all right to me. That doesn't hurt, you know? Like, it may make me feel a little, you know, a little off, but, like, my feelings aren't hurt. When I was new in recovery, I was angry and I lashed out at lots of people. So, like, those people I can understand, and I don't worry about that, you know? Like, we'll see what happens as we get further along. But it just makes me sad when I see so much negativity. And, you know, you wonder, you see a lot of people who are like, step away from YouTube because they don't want to be so involved in the negativity. So how can we make the recovery community or YouTube as a whole like a safe, comfortable place for people? Is that even possible? I'm not sure, to be honest. I feel like I go about, you know, thinking about the kind of stuff that I like to watch on YouTube. And the fact is, I like the drama. It's entertainment, right? I think the difference between drama on YouTube and drama on TV is that we have an understanding that TV drama is not real. Even the reality TV shows aren't real. They're all set up and staged. People are actors. You know, even the real life people, most of them auditioned for those roles, right? They're getting paid for those roles. There's a certain type of celebrity that comes with those roles, regardless of whether it's a reality show or not. Whereas those people who are sharing their lives on YouTube in general aren't those same types of people. Now, some of them are. Some people come from production companies and they're part of a channel that they are paid actors. And whether you know it or not, there are plenty of channels where it's just someone sitting here talking to a screen and looks very unproduced, but they are part of a bigger production company and that's a type of channel they're doing. That happens. But for the most part, especially those in like the mental health and recovery communities, they're real people. They're real people sharing their experiences. And yet, as a viewership, a lot of times we can react to those people as if we're reacting to a television show. And I think we forget that people are real people. We're so used to reality TV people not being real, not being authentic, that we kind of gloss over the fact that a lot of people on YouTube are sharing their real experiences, are talking their real thoughts. And in reality, none of us are perfect. Gosh, I think about like the kind of stupid stuff I said in active addiction regularly. And I'm like, thank goodness there wasn't like people videotaping things all the time. If I had some of the stupid things I said during active addiction, like recorded and brought back up now, like how embarrassing. That would be terrible. I was definitely not perfect in my active addiction, and I'm not perfect now, but I don't really think there's anything that's happening in my life now that's like all shady and stuff. But like everybody's lives have things going on, and I don't think it's fair to judge people for their past. And I'm not talking about anything in particular. I don't want to see people come onto YouTube for help or make videos to try and help others and have there be so much negativity. How can we share a message of hope that recovery is possible if we're beating people down? We should be lifting people up. That's why I love when you have a channel, share it in my comments. I support every creator that I can in this community. I really, really get scared sometimes because nobody knows how thick their skin is until the hate comes for them. And I hope that I never say anything that's going to bring on that negativity towards myself. But let's be real. We don't always know what sets somebody off. And all it takes is for one person with a loud voice to rally troops and come at you. That's horrifying, right? And in recovery, like when we open ourselves up to sharing our stories on YouTube, like we open ourselves up to the potential of having that negativity come at us. And as somebody in recovery, like that could be a dangerous thing, right? So I do my best to keep myself a little bit separated from the drama. I never talk negatively about people. And I don't know, I feel like this is a really good test for me to see, like, how can I encourage people online to react in a positive way, be authentic, and be authentic on my channel, and but still not stand for negativity and for hate, and stand up for what's right. It's a funny line, and it's not easy. But all I want to do is share my experience with recovery and talk to you guys about what it's like to be clean. I mean, you said I got about 6.5 years clean, and it's been work. It hasn't been easy. And sometimes they're so much harder than others. And seeing other people's channels where they're talking about their experience with recovery gives me hope, right? Like, I'm not cured. I just happen to not pick up drugs for a little bit longer than some other people. That's all. So thank you guys so much for watching another video. I have super exciting updates. There'll be more over the next couple days. But starting on Wednesdays, I am going to do a Wednesday night live trivia game, potentially with prizes for the winner. It'll be a weekly thing, same time every week. I used to do a live stream trivia game on Periscope like years ago, and it was super popular and we had a lot of fun. So I decided I'm going to bring that back and do it here on YouTube on my channel. Because look, recovery can be fun. Even if you don't feel well enough to leave your house, even if you aren't comfortable to leave your house, or you just want to not wear pants, I don't know. This is something that you can take part in and have fun and do right from your bed. So there will be more information to follow. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Those will be places where I upload that information. And I look forward to seeing all of you on Tuesday. Have a great day, everyone.